Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah.
Request Shafi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Shyam Sundar Radha, Shyam Sundar Radhe. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Is Devki?
Yeah, please go ahead, Mazviku.
No, you please.
I somehow got disconnected. I called Purnachandra Prabhu. He's connecting.
Okay, that's good. So go ahead.
You can please speak for 2-3 minutes, and then I'll bring Purnachandra Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu didn't speak yesterday, so Krishna Prabhu can start. Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Krishna Prabhu is on the call? Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Gurudas Chadveda Swami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnyavadi Paschate Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Thank you very much everybody for joining. We are on the second day of glorification of Sripad Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Was given us so much association here in New Jersey for many, many years. We were very fortunate to have all these years his wonderful association. And hopefully in future we can follow in his footsteps. The kind of dealings which he had with each and every one of us. I've been hearing lectures today at different places, and I can see that how Maharaj was able to interact. As we talked about, he personifies ideal Vaishnava etiquette. In Bhagavad Gita, it says, Brahma Bhutta Prasanatma na sochati na kangsati sama sarveshu bhuteshu manda bhakti labhate param. No, whether it's a new devotee or a senior devotee, with each and every one, he related with each and every one of them in such a nice way. Whether it's the youth, he will start doing kirtan with the youth. No, and so it kind of exemplified all wonderful qualities of pure devotee, and not having his Vapu association anymore. Says, yes, there's intense grief, intense separation. No, because it was part of all of us. Some of his memories which had been shared, I also got some chance to share yesterday. So today, can share a few more. Attention to detail, where very particular on attention to detail. Few days when he had stayed at my place in Lincoln Park, and different devotees will cook for Maharaj, and Maharaj will have prasad, but then he will immediately ask, what are the other devotees taking? And he wanted to make sure that that other devotees are also fed nicely. Then in the same time, one day, he had a presentation in the United Nations for the Middle East director. At that time, I had invited him to speak. And in a very friendly way, he said, oh, we'll go to New York on the way. We'll take prasad there. We'll have a picnic out in a park. And we'll take prasad in the park, and then we'll go to the United Nations. And there I still remember very profound way he kind of related in his lecture. There's the United Nations, where there's a lot of terrorism going on that particular time. So he nicely related the entire, spoke about peace formula, spoke about different topics about Krishna consciousness in a way where they can relate. And then in the question answer session, I remember still that somebody asked him this question: what about if somebody is pointing a gun at your head? What would be your reaction? Maharaj thought about it for a moment and then immediately responded that I will love him. And there was completely pin drop silence. People could not imagine that, how can somebody who is having this terrorist kind of mentality is about to kill you, and Maharaj's response was, I will love him. And then Maharaj explained further that no matter what, if I love him, right, either he will change his mind that he is performing the sinful activity, or even if it kills me at that time, at least I'm living my body with love, extending love to each and every entity. And everybody, I remember at that time, just stood up with that compassionate answer which he had given, and start clapping the hands. So that's Maharaj's compassion. No, and similar way, in different places, nicely presented himself at our fundraising dinner, at the banquet hall when we were raising funds for our ICNJ temple. Came and did wonderful presentation. No, attracted everybody to Krishna consciousness, to him, to our temple. And that's how we see that he's leaving behind a legacy. He's leaving behind so many instructions of the way he related with each and every one of us. When it's a child at an Innova Yatra, or since now us, or Prabhupada disciple, was very well he related with each and every one of them. Still remember a time when there was some management. Now, when I was also managing tobacco temple for a few years, somebody had just moved into the temple from the congregation because he was living for just a few months. He moved into the temple, and then we just started having so many issues that, oh, this is not right, this is not right, this is not right, this is not right. And he could not handle it. He wrote to Maharaj, and Maharaj didn't want to hear him. And then he felt that, oh, goodness, how come Maharaj doesn't have time to hear me? And then Maharaj happened to visit the temple during that time. And he had audience with Maharaj, and was asking Maharaj about that, the same things which were bothering him. And Maharaj chastised him that, whose disciple are you? How can you just write in this abrasive way? Then he immediately fell down. His lotus feet. Took him few days to come to terms, and then humbly come to Maharaj and talk to Maharaj in a humble mood. And then Maharaj could at least hear his concerns. I remember, so after being transformed, after being corrected by Maharaj, he felt grateful. Maharaj, in turn, was also feeling happy that at least this devotee is no longer feeling grudge inside him. And then on his way, when he was going to India, in between, when he stopped at Dubai, he immediately called me, saying that, yes, I spoke to the devotee, and the way he was coming out abrasive, but now he completely has no grudge. And that's how things needs to be handled. That at the same time, they should not commit Vaishnava aparadh. But if they are disturbed with something, they should present it in a humble mood. Then there could be a solution. Otherwise, there's no solution. So we're very grateful Personally, I miss his association a lot, will miss his instructions, which on one-on-one level many times he gave me. And take shelter of hearing his lectures, of hearing more of his interactions, to imbibe the mood in which he was preaching Krishna consciousness and relating with each and every one of us. Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki jai. Thank you very much.
Jai, Jai, Haribol.
Thank you, Madhupati Prabhu. Krishnanand Prabhu, you can speak.
No, Prabhu, I'll speak later, probably tomorrow or after a few days. So we still have time. First, I want to hear from others. So I'm the junior most, so I don't want to speak now.
Really. Dattatreya Prabhu and Sukumari Mataji, would you please share your hearts with us? Dattatreya Prabhu, if you can please unmute yourself and share your heart with us, we would appreciate.
And Snigdha Cheta Shupraneta Bagmin Namchara Shaplutam Prabhupada Gata Prana Nami Bhakti Charupadam. So I'm thinking where I will start, and there is no end. I mean, lot of memories is here. That memory also start from New York City Ratha Jatra. First we saw our Guru Maharaj Ratha Jatra, New York City Ratha Jatra, right? And I'm like a kind of very, very nasty person, like a very, very aggressive person. We don't know how to talk with Maharaj or like that. Now I am thinking these things because I remember I'm listening a lot of people asking question Guru Maharaj. Then is coming my mind why I have to chant loudly. So I asked Maharaj, why you have to chant loudly? We cannot chant. I mean, in my mind. Then Guru Maharaj answered, yes, you can do that, but that is not good. Because when I'm chanting loudly, at least I don't say big loud, but then you purify yourself, you also purify whoever listening. He says Shravana Kirtana, so it is very important. But I'm so murkha, I didn't understand. But again and again I'm arguing because I thought it is shameful loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I'm so understood it. Then again and again I'm arguing. Then he's okay, whatever it is, just chant first. And I remember after then next day I think I saw him at Brooklyn Temple. That time I didn't get chance to talk. And after then we saw next time in Tuaco Temple. And yeah, and then and also I remember before when my husband, he was ready to get initiation, and I just start 1 week only my chanting full 16 round. And then I'm so talkative, I'm going to ask Maharaj, what I have to do, what Prabhu have to do before taking initiation. So Guru Maharaj told he have to shave his head. So he asked me, how long you chanting? So I say, I just start. He start like 1 year, but I start only 1 week. So he's smiling, he smile, and he said, but we have a rules. We have to do at least 6 to 1 year. So he just watching my face, and he says, so what do you think? Both you will together, he will wait. Then I said, no, he will be upset. Better let him to take it. Then he said, so you will not be upset? I said, no, Maharaj, I will not be upset. Then Guru Maharaj remember everything. And then after 3 days, when in the Tuaka temple, he's giving initiation, I remember clearly. That time Guru Maharaj, when just call him, everybody he's calling by name and talking little bit about the disciple, then he giving them name. And that time he called Babul Datta, and then he says something. All of a sudden, he just saw me. He just tried to find out me, and I was just behind my husband. And he said, so you will not be upset, right? But I'm telling you, you will get it within 6 months, because wife is like a ardhangini, means better half. So when husband initiated, wife also will get initiation, almost initiated. Is okay? So you're not upset, right? So can you believe it? How much love he has in his heart for everybody, every person. He is the true, really, really true Vaishnava and pure Vaishnava. So he's just thinking if I'll be upset, I feel bad. But I'm telling in front of all the Vaishnava, I really never feels anything. I really, really don't feel that. That time I feel like that. I don't know why I feel. Maybe Krishna wants me to be ready, really ready. And I should not get it because I'm not qualified. And that time is coming my mind. Then I get like little relief. Yeah, I get time. So I make ready myself to do that. And I'm telling you the truth today. And within 6 months, I have a dream. I'm getting initiation and Madhupati Prabhu doing the jagna. And there is kirtan going on. But though I got a real initiation after 4 years. Then I told Madhupati Prabhu, and he's laughing. Oh yeah, I say, yeah, I saw you doing the jagna. So it's like a lot of memory, and it has happened every time I saw Guru Maharaj, and every time he saw me, he said, oh, you missed it. Because after my husband, that group getting initiation, within 4 years, there is no initiation was here and there. So after that time, first time he was sick, and that time he came recovery in Florida. That time we went to see him, and that time also he saw me. I remember that day I cooked bitter melon and mustard seed something, and Guru Maharaj ate it, and he likes it, and he saw all of a sudden again he remembered, and he said, oh, you missed it, you didn't get the initiation. His memory was so sharp, and he has so much love. Who will give us that much love? Where will get back that love? Not in this life, not in this life. And today morning when I'm listening Jadut Maharaj's class talking about the fruit, the papaya with other fruits, and then I remember another things. It was in Madhupati Prabhu's home. That time auntie was in India, and that time I make rasgulla, and they told me to make the khichdi. So we went to a temple to make that khichdi. Told me like 40 people. I think I don't know. I don't have that much. I make like it's like 80 people's cooking something. So other person laughing. So I make the rasgulla, and when Guru Maharaj is taking prasadam, and that side actually Sri Prabhu cook, just I make the rasgulla. And somehow I put their flavor in the rasgulla, vanilla flavor. So Guru Maharaj take it and say, who made it? So they told, somebody says, I made it. Then Guru Maharaj said, oh, but why you put the vanilla? If you put the vanilla, it tastes like ice cream. It reminds me ice cream, but it's not rasgulla. Rasgulla should be, flavor should be milk. Then we feel it is milk product. But now it is I feel ice cream, not rasgulla. Oh my God, I'm just like, I'm run away from there. Then I think later Guru Maharaj understand, I felt bad. And he called me. No, actually it is really tasty. Because I also love ice cream, so I feel it's the ice cream. But you know what? Rasgulla should be rasgulla scent. From that time, I stopped using any kind of thing except little elachi. I didn't use any more other flavor for rasgulla. So I have like so much memory, so much things. And another time I remember in the messless gift there, we are all there, and I have that new phone, and I don't know that new smartphone how to use it. And I thought I stop it, but I didn't stop. Guru Maharaj's class start, and all of a sudden it started ringing, and I'm just pushing one side on my God sister. She tried to push it. Actually, I stop it. She opened it. And then again it starts. So Guru Maharaj said, you don't know how to use cell phone, then why are you using it? But you know what? He shouted me not in English, he shouted me in Bengali. So except Bengali people, other people didn't understand. That, but people understand Guru Maharaj shout me. So within a Guru Maharaj say lecture few minutes, again he come back to my, actually you know that she's my disciple. So I have all right to chastise her. Can you believe it? So much love. Even his chastise also sweet. And when he chastise, it is like a blessings. Where I will get these things? Prabhu, how he left us. How he left us. I'm sorry, please. Thank you so much. Jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jai Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj.
Thank you so much, Sukumari Mataji, for sharing your heart. Dattatreya Prabhu, you want to add something or?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Ti Namine Snigdha Jata Shupraneta Bhakminam Cha Rasapradam Prabhupada Gata Prana Noami Bhakti Charu Padam. So, in my life, Guru Maharaj, he was always with me, actually. First, I was introduced to Guru Maharaj in New York Ratha Jatra by my Shiksha Guru, Madhupati Prabhu. So after that, I was always here the glorification of Guru Maharaj from all the times from Madhupati Prabhu in our workplace. So my mind was attracted actually to Guru Maharaj. Then one day, Guru Maharaj in Tuaco temple, I went to see him. Then Guru Maharaj talked with me what I am doing, what is doing, that materialistic talk. Then one day, Tuaco temple planned that to go to New Brindavan with 2 18-seated vans. It was torrential rain at that time. One van was driving Madhupati Prabhu, other was driving by, I forgot his name. So when at night, it is actually before Mangalarati time, we went to New Brindavan. So after take shower and take everything, we came into Mangalarati. So after Mangalarati, so people are sitting down to chanting. So I was sitting down and chanting, and all on a sudden, my mind, I came out from the temple room, and it was just sun was rising. That it is called Kachar sun ray. That sun was rising. So then I was just walking, and I was chanting. At that time, I do not know. I was chanting and be concentrated on my chanting. Then Guru Maharaj was coming. I did not know that. And Guru Maharaj was, what is called, it is clapping on, touch my body. Backside. And he was just touching my back. Then he was telling me, come, come. Then I did not go. I was hesitating. Then again, after he walked a few steps, then he was looking to me. Then he was asking me, come, come. Then I was thinking, let's see what Maharaj tell me to go. Then let me follow him. So I am far away from Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj used to live in a cottage. In that cottage, there is a second floor. Ramapat Maharaj was there. and downstairs Guru Maharaj used to live. So I went there. Guru Maharaj just took it his shoe and sit down in a sofa. So I just went there, and I entered and into the room, and I don't know, I was burst into tears. At least not less than 30 minutes. I don't know, where I was, I don't know. I have no idea on the where I was. And Guru Maharaj was telling, in a Bengali, Guru Maharaj was telling, calm down, and talk with me. After that, my heart changed completely. I cannot imagine it, how much my heart was changed. So that is from that I was initiated, recommended by Madhupati Prabhu. At that time, we used to, ICNJ just started at that time. Then from there, my life started with the help of Madhupati Prabhu. And I was very acquainted with the Madhupati Prabhus, because I do not understand what is the Vaishnavism, what is the Bhagavad Gita. And I used to take in his lecture, and all the times that too, I'm very, very, very attached with the Madhupati Prabhu till now. So from that, I was very.
He introduced us, right? Guru Maharaj and everything.
So Guru Maharaj, then I do when he comes in New Jersey to Aku Temple, I was one of the personal servant of him. I used to take care. His drive him Gitanagari, Central New Jersey, and some other places also, and a personal servant, and his instructions also I used to listen. But I had two main things I do not understand. First, when I was initiated, at that time Guru Maharaj used to tell that whatever chant, listen. So I was thinking, what is listen? Whatever I am chanting, it did not come into my heart. I cannot understand. Just I am chanting and chanting. I asked so many times and bothered so many times to Madhupati Prabhu, what is the listening? What is the listening? I do not understand what is the listening. Finally, I found it out that it is the mercy of Guru. Then I can listen. Without any mercy of Guru, we cannot listen, actually. Then I found it out, Guru Maharaj's lecture. He was giving the lecture on listening. That is, what is the listening? That is, he was to mention that Konnorandra Madhudya. Konnorandra means inside the ear. Konnorandra Madhudya Ridhi Maje Praveshya. Into Ridhi means heart. Into the heart, it will enter. Bodhishoy Shuddha Anupam. Bodhishoy means it is shower. That shower spread in the heart. That is called the listening. Then after that, then I asked, so I used to ask very less questions to Guru Maharaj. First, when Guru Maharaj tell, I was trying to find it out, how to solve the problem or how can I understand that is. Then if I cannot able to, then I asked Guru Maharaj. Then another day, Guru Maharaj was shouting me, that is, why don't you surrender unto Krishna? Then this surrender word, I read so many books. I do not understand what is the surrender. Then I was also same thing. I was bothering to Madhupati Prabhu, please tell me what is the surrender? What is the surrender? Then his answer also a very good answer. I was trying to follow that answer. But another day when Guru Maharaj came, it was a very intimate situation in Tuako temple. I was asking Guru Maharaj, what is surrender? Therefore, then Guru Maharaj was telling me that is surrender means whatever you are doing, leave it on behalf of Krishna. You are doing live on behalf of Krishna. After that, you cannot believe it. It was this surrendering whenever I used to work, each and every devotional work, that is, I am surrendering to Lord Krishna. It is automatically Dibba Gyan Hriday Prakashita. Gurudev Gyan, the mercy, it comes into the heart. Then each and every step, each and every work, I understand that. I not understand, I realize that I must have to surrender to each. This is, I am not doing. This is Krishna's work. This is Krishna is helping me to do that. That is, these two things, it was I learned from Marsika from these two main thing, Marsika from Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj actually, I understood last February, from last February, when Guru Maharaj was giving lecture on Uddhav Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and so many lectures, Japa, I used to listen all the lectures of Guru Maharaj. Then I was thinking, what happened? Guru Maharaj's health, I was looking the health also. I am not feeling good. And I was thinking that Guru Maharaj maybe may not stay long. It is within my heart. I did not tell to anybody, but it is my realization. When I was listening last lecture in Ujjain, that clearly, crystal clear, he was told that. Yesterday, Madhupati Prabhu mentioned as well as I also mentioned that. That is. And when Purnachandra Prabhu's house, when Guru Maharaj is giving lecture, it is also, he indicated, it is completely indicated that he will leave the body very soon. There is no doubt about it. That is I was, that is my feelings. That is, and I am feeling whatever I feel any problem, then I meditate on my Guru Maharaj. I get easily the answer. That is. So for that reason, that is, I could not, this separation of from my Guru Maharaj, I feel, how can I survive though this separation? Today I was thinking that is, no Guru Maharaj Bani, it will be helpful for me. Today, whole day I was listening Guru Maharaj's lecture. And new thought is coming, and new things is coming. This separation is very, very, I cannot tolerate. When I left New Jersey, Central New Jersey to Missouri, I was feeling that separation. I cannot tolerate that separation. So I used to flew from Joplin to New Jersey, just to go to association of the devotees of Central New Jersey. So from Guru Maharaj's association also, I am feeling very separation is very bad, unbearable. It is the separation. So that is, yesterday I mentioned that that separation was happened. The Vikanandam Prabhu mentioned that Gopis and Krishna. And that separation was mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. That is Rai Ramananda. Actually, Mahaprabhu asked Rai Ramananda, that is, Prabhu ko hai, Kon dukkho, dukkho muddeshar. The dukkho means sorrowness. What is the sorrowness is the highest sorrowness. Then Rai kohe, Krishna bhakta bidaha bina dukkho nahi hai. Krishna bhakta separation. This separation with the association with the Guru Maharaj, association with the pure devotees, association with the devotees, this is intolerable. Thank you, Prabhuji. Please bless us
And
as
forgive us.
how we can serve Guru Maharaj with his Bani and can spread his mission.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Hare
please
Krishna, Mataji.
forgive us if we do any aparat. Please forgive us,
Please bless us, Prabhuji, and forgive us.
all the devotees.
Thank you so much, Datate Prabhu Sukumari Mataji, for sharing your hearts, your realizations, your association with Maharaj for 17 years. Now I will request our dear Purnachandra Prabhu, Prempada Mataji, Radha Prempada Mataji, and Prajita. Many of you have seen them. They were there with His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. I personally feel very proud of them that they spent 16 hours of overnight drive to Lando to be with Guru Maharaj for some time, so they can have his darshans at the last rites. So I would like, we would like them to speak to us. I know they're still driving back home, but Purnachandra Prabhu, please go ahead. Mic is yours.
Hare Krishna. So are you able to hear?
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. That pranam everyone. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shri Bhakti Charu Swami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharini. Devi Shesha Shuddhivati Pashyadha Deshitari. Snigdha Cheta Supranita Vagvina Charu Supati. Prabhupada Gata Prana. Namo Bhakti Charu Padam. Hare Krishna. I just want to apologize that I'm not able to share my video because of connection issues or the connection issues which may create us while traveling. Usually Guru Maharaj always wanted to do this personally, all our interactions, and unfortunately I'm not able to do. If you remember, his interaction on the Zoom, so yeah, in Zoom call also you might have seen how personal he wanted to see everybody. He wanted to see, so that is what the main characteristics we see in Maharaj. He is personal, very much personal. So before I start, I wanted to first thank you all, especially last 2 days. All of you gave so much support to all of us. Most of us are completely broken, but you called us, you sent messages, and those calls or messages were not simple 1 or 2 lines calls or messages. Those were heartfelt messages, heartfelt calls, and you shared the grief with us, and that actually made us feel belonged to this bigger family. So I thank you, all of you, for that. Also, I want to thank, last several days, all of you chanted, all of you did yajna, especially under direction of Madhupati Prabhu for Maharaj speedy recovery. So we are indebted to all of you for that. ICNJ was always special for Guru Maharaj. He liked everyone in ICNJ because whenever he used to come, he used to ask how devotees are doing, how temple is doing. And he had that particular attraction towards our congregation, our temple. And that is because of all of you, because of your questions, your enthusiasm. He liked that environment. I remember once, he was in ICNJ, and that day, same day he came, flight, and we had a program. And in the night, he was very tired. And then I said, sorry, Guru Maharaj, we arranged a program like this, and you're very tired. Guru Maharaj said, I'm not tired, I'm happy. Because preaching is what makes me happy. And I was sure that he was happy because, the program was so nice and in line with him because of all the questions you all asked. Also, you would see, his special treatment to Central New Jersey. We were trying to arrange a retreat, but then unfortunately we were not able to do. And, I thought, we will not have anything. But then Madhupati Prabhu asked Guru Maharaj that, can we do this on a Zoom for, 3 nights or 4 nights? Guru Maharaj said yes. And I knew that during that period, he had like one day he had 9 lectures, but he still agreed to do for Central New Jersey. And those who attended, you will remember, he liked it so much, he told, yes, I will definitely come to Central New Jersey. Next time I'm going to go US, that way I will come to Central New Jersey. And he did that. His last trip was short, but you all may remember that he came to temple, he did Abhishek. That was the, I believe that was the last ISKCON temple actually he visited. And last deities, and he did Aarti and Abhishek. So this is all happening because Maharaj, this all happened because Maharaj has that special base for Central New Jersey. So thank you all for that. We both, are personally indebted to Central New Jersey. Because of Central New Jersey only, we got our Guru Maharaj in our life. Dattatreya Babu's Sukumari Mataji, they actually took us to Guru Maharaj lotus feet. Madhupati Prabhu, Devakinanda Prabhu, in my initial days, they helped me to approach Guru properly. I still remember Madhupati Prabhu allowed me to stay at his home when he was serving Guru Maharaj, and I learned a lot of things that time. So thank you all for that. Now some realizations I want to share. I thought it is important, and then I will cover our visit also to the Florida. So on the day, on the morning of when Maharaj health was very bad, in danger, before he left the planet also. So that day I was completely remorse, and I was in anguish. I asked Srila Prabhupada that, Srila Prabhupada, why is this happening? When a soul like Guru Maharaj is living body and nobody's there. And I questioned Srila Prabhupada that why, when you were there, that 200, 300 people were there, devotees were chanting and dancing, why nobody's there? Srila Prabhupada told me, why you think, and that the way I asked the question, he answered them similarly. Why you think that nobody's there? I'm there with you. I'm there with him. And that actually changed my heart completely. I didn't realize, it is, we think that this is happening this way, but Srila Prabhupada and Krishna has a totally different plan. And then senior devotees did mention that, lot of higher beings are already there from last 3 days, and they are with Maharaj, and they are taking care of everything. Similarly, I felt that why this is happening. And this is during that time only, these realization came with the mercy of all devotees and Guru Maharaj, that while usually a devotee leaves the body, then we have so many devotees around them chanting, dancing, and doing that. Then why it is not happening when Guru Maharaj is leaving? And then the realization I got, and which is very important, we all should understand, that is a glorious departure of my Guru Maharaj, where he made sure that we all focus on the main thing. Because if you remember what was happening, and think about a different situation. If Guru Maharaj is leaving body, say in Mayapur or Ujjain, thousands of people will be there. And today is because of social media, because of Facebook Live and everything, you will see literally millions of people stuck to their phones or laptops, seeing what is happening, trying to understand what is happening, and focus more on Guru Maharaj. But if you see the way he departed, he actually made sure we are not focused on him, but we are focused on chanting more, praying more. If you remember last more than 2 weeks, we all are just chanting and praying, because that is what he wanted us to focus on, rather than him or his body. His departure is also very glorious. Many of you might have seen that what have happened, why he came here. And for a soldier, leaving his body on a battlefield is the main thing, is the prime thing. He would not like to leave his body on a bed. And that is what exactly happened here. He came here for the D-Land project, because I asked Guru Maharaj why you came. It's such a critical, environment is there. He said, the boys are alone there, and preaching is now we have the scope. So why should we wait to get all this clear? And he came for that purpose, and he ended his Leela in the battlefield of preaching in West, because that was very special for Maharaj. So now about our visit. I thank many senior devotees who I listen. They allowed me to do this. I was trying with a flight, and I got a very strong answer saying, no, you cannot go. Then I returned back. Then I came to know about this funeral schedule. Then I again approached a few devotees and asked, can I drive? And fortunately, and I thank all of them that they said, yes, drive, but these are the strict instructions or restrictions you need to follow. And then we were not sure whether we will reach. We were not in time. We were not sure whether we will get, because when we were going, messages were coming saying, may not happen, or only few people will get darshan, or only, certain people will get darshan. We were praying intensely while going. We were trying to pray, saying, we should go and at least give darshan. Plus, I had actually everybody with me, because I wasn't thinking that I'm going alone myself. We're representing all of my God brothers and sisters, plus all the devotees, who are attached to Maharaj. I was going there as their representative. I prayed to Maharaj saying, sorry Maharaj, many of us wanted to come, but because of the current environment, we were not able to come. So please forgive all of us. And when we saw him, we couldn't believe. He was so effulgent. I'm sure you all might have saw the live stream. His body was not a body of a dead person there. It was much more effulgent body. Plus, I saw that he was like taking rest. And anytime he would, my wife was saying, anytime he will wake up and say Purna Chandra, because he has, special way he calls. And, unfortunately, I will not be able to hear that anytime. So he will wake up and he say, Chandra. And that is the way he was just taking rest there. And we hope that he is, we know actually he is there, because a question came in my mind after seeing him. Why we are saying he is not there? He's still there. Now he is available more than ever. Before there was boundary of our physical realm, but now we can just approach him anytime, anywhere, and he will be available for us. And I pray all of you that we can be sincere in serving Srila Prabhupada's mission, because that is what he wanted us to do. We read Srila Prabhupada's books, because at my home, as Dattatreya Prabhu said, he gave these specific instructions. One of them was reading Srila Prabhupada's books every day. So I hope we will be able to do that. So with that, I wanted to take blessings from all of you and stop. Hare Krishna. So Aparajita is with me, so she would speak. Prem Prada's points I already included what she told me.
Thank you so much, Purnachandra Prabhu.
Speak.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Ajita, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Although I am one of the most insignificant individual to glorify Maharaj, but with Maharaj's mercy, I will try to muster the strength and courage to speak a little about my understanding of Guru Maharaj. I consider myself extremely fortunate, as this is Maharaj's and Prabhupada's divine arrangement that I got to associate with Maharaj in this lifetime. But to speak of associate, I got to personally serve him, ask him to clarify my doubts, use his guidance to help me through difficult challenges in my life. I might have lost the physical presence of my spiritual grandfather, but I've gained 24-hour access to him now. Maharaj, as we all know, has the heart of a Bengali mother and personality of a lion. Throughout his life, Maharaj epitomized Vaishnava etiquette and compassion very eloquently. There's a lot I want to share right now, but two things that stick to my mind about dear Guru Maharaj is that he used to say, always stay together in the family of ISKCON. Guru Maharaj had dedicated his entire life in the service of Prabhupada and his devotees. And the second instruction that Maharaj always emphasized was read Srila Prabhupada's books. Even right now, as I say this out loud, I can hear Maharaj's sweet nectarian voice in the back of my head. As Prabhupada said and Maharaj emphasized throughout his life, that we are not the body, we're the soul. It's a fundamental teaching that we all have heard and read in almost every class, lecture, and book. However, I felt as though today Maharaj guided my distressed mind to understand the instruction and made me realize the true meaning behind this powerful teaching. The attachment to the body is strong, but the connection to the soul is blissful. And Prabhupada has shared with us that the true connection is from one soul to another. And meditating on this very thought is how I'm trying to get through this difficult time. I'd like to share one small pastime of mine that I have with Maharaj. When I was in high school, I used to write emails to Maharaj about my progress with reading Srila Prabhupada's books in my life as a teenager. Foolishly, like a little child, I would read a chapter from The Science of Self-Realization and write to Maharaj, just like a child that looks at the mother for recognition and validation after achieving something meaningful. To my surprise, Maharaj responded with one full page of wisdom to a small and significant paragraph that I wrote to him. The very thought that Maharaj not only remembered me, but also took the time appreciate me, but also encourage me to read more and continue to read Srila Prabhupada's books. Because then
You're breaking. We cannot hear you properly.
Hare Krishna.
Now it's better, Prajita.
The way I think about it now is that Maharaj is giving me the pressure of drafting a proper and perfect email. Now he's giving me and all of us the liberty to directly approach him whenever and from wherever. Maharaj is still with us, amongst us, through his melodious kirtans, his bhajans, and most of all, his instructions. Maharaj's presence can be felt in the compassion and love that we all hold for each other, in the beautiful transcendental family created by Prabhupada called ISKCON. At the end, I would just like to say that your physical presence amongst us on this planet will be deeply missed. I miss you a lot. We all miss you. His Holiness Bhakti Swami Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thank you.
Jai, Jai. Maharaj, Jai. Haribo.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prajita. Sharing wonderful, compassionate heart with all of us. Now we would like to request Raj Gopal Prabhu and Sujanya Mataji would like to share some of your realizations. Raj Gopal Prabhu, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, everyone. Are we audible?
Yes, there is some little disturbance.
Somebody
If you have-
probably has two equipments on.
Hare Krishna. Is it audible now?
Yes, yes.
Very good.
Hare Krishna. Namo
Namo
Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami iti namine. Snigdha Chaita Supranita Bhakti Namja Vasaplutam. Prabhupada Gata Prana Namam Bhakti Charu Padam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine.
Namaste
Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for all the support that you have provided us since yesterday. Today, of all the times, speaking about Guru Maharaj, we have spoken about him during his Vyas Puja, very, very loudly, very happily. But today, please forgive us if we are making any mistakes. We can sound far from logical or equivocal, but just taking the opportunity to kind of glorify Guru Maharaj and just understand how pure he was in all his dealings with unworthy and very small devotees such as us. If there is one thing that Maharaja really epitomized, we felt that it was his love. He would reach out with love. He would teach with love. He once, or most of the times he had mentioned that Srila Prabhupada used to tell him that, take care of devotees very well, give them nice prasadam, so they will be more receptive to the teachings, treat them with love. And that's what he had really, that was one realization that as we reflect Guru Maharaj or try to understand Guru Maharaj's mood, That's one thing that we could really relate to. I'm sure everybody could relate to this. Apart from that, every time he would walk in, every time he would go for a darshan, he would caringly glance from behind his glasses. He would give his sweet smile and he would gently greet. He would just say, "How are you? And I'm very happy to see you." He would just say that. I would always think, I would get a chance. I will ask him for his well-being first, then being asked about mine. But I always lost. And I really felt happy in losing, because Maharaj is so personal that he just has that magic. He just can charm us so much with his magic and teach those teachings, whatever he wanted to give, those instructions with so much love inside him. His acknowledgement of your presence is very notable. I'm kind of person where I would like to sit in the back and try to see Guru Maharaj, try to listen to him. I don't know, but I'm just that kind where I like to enjoy from the back, like to reflect on everything from the back. But he could pull you straight out of your shell and still ask you about how you are making progress. What are you doing? How are you acting as a mother? How are you, gauging yourself? Where are you situated? Every visit, he would do that. And once you're out of your shell, he would make himself so available to everyone. You can ask him anything under the sun. He would give an answer that is so supported with scriptural references, and he would pepper his answers with his own experiences from Prabhupada. And more than anything, very importantly, he would give such practical advice that I would really rarely have anything to follow up. As we reflect on what he had time and again suggested to do, was his primary asks were always these following three things. He would say, follow the process set by Prabhupada. Always stay united and never leave ISKCON. Be a very nice devotee. And the fourth one, especially for mothers, he would say, your brought up of your children should be very good. It should be spiritual. He would always encourage us and empower us, and always share so many different thoughts about how we can raise children in Krishna consciousness. What else would we want from Guru Maharaj? But to take a back seat and lovingly admire him, while he still probed every single person to understand us, relate to us, and encourage us in our fields of interest that would promote and that would help Srila Prabhupada's mission. He would insist to stay where you are, preach and inspire others. Don't be in a hurry to retire. At one point, we were just asking him, how can we help you? Somewhere in Ujjain project. But he would always say, stay where you are, preach and inspire. Don't be in a hurry to retire. For being such a loving spiritual father, for pulling us out of our shells, and for being the biggest inspiration in our lives for anything to do with spirituality. We take this intense moment of separation from him to reflect very seriously on the kind of sadhana we are doing, to be able to act responsibly, to be able to bring balance and discipline into our lives, to constantly associate with senior devotees and with his Vani and with the loving Srila Prabhupada's family and our temple community. We cannot be more thankful to His Grace Dattatreya Prabhu, Sukumari Mataji, Purnachandra Prabhuji, Prema Prada Mataji, Shivandan Prabhuji, Nityaravina Mataji, and Madhupati Prabhu for everything, for getting us in contact with Guru Maharaj and giving us these precious moments of personally talking to him, be able to really associate with him, understand his mood, and he could understand ours in a second and tell us, what to do for the next, before his next visit. Guru Maharaj showed us how to be Prabhupada conscious always, We will miss you will be an understatement at this time. We will never be able to properly express what this moment means to us. But from the bottom of our hearts, as unworthy as we were for all of the affection that you have showered on us, we will try to do our best to please you, to keep you alive, and to feel your presence with us always and always. Thank you everyone for the opportunity. Please bless us so we can make small strides and at least doing our part to please Guru Maharaj. We miss him. We miss his physical presence. Hare Krishna. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Thank you so much, Sojani Mataji. Raj Prabhu, you also wanted to say something?
Prabhuji, is there time, Prabhuji? I know it's around 7.
Yeah, there are a few more devotees. Whatever you order us, we will follow.
It's time, Prabhuji. Otherwise, I know it's we have schedules for tomorrow and day after. If this class schedule now, I can continue tomorrow, Prabhuji. So I don't want to jeopardize the plan.
Okay, we can request Madhu Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Charu Swami Nithinamane. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nithinamane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine. We want to thank you all for giving us so much support and arranging this meet. What can we say to express our situation? We don't have any motivation left. The reason I used to learn cooking was to serve Gurudev. The reason I started chanting is Gurudev's mercy. First time when I went to Gitanagari retreat, Punachand Prabhu took me to Gurudev. He introduced me and my father-in-law. That day, Gurudev asked me how many rounds I was chanting. And then I said 4, Gurudev. He said to start 16 rounds. From that day, only by his causeless mercy, I never even skipped my 16 rounds. Also, once I requested Gurudev that I'm not able to read scriptures. And Gurudev said that you will start slowly and soon. Then very soon we started reading daily without any difficulty. So Gurudev is so merciful. Even though we make so many mistakes, he always forgives and blesses us even though we are not at all qualified. Who will give me such opportunity to do the personal seva? Who will give me such affectionate hug that will remove all my distress? Who will call me Madhuha with so much love? When Nitya was worried about her parents being alone in India, when we asked Gurudev, he said that send them to Ujjain and devotees will take care. We felt that so much assurance he was given, and we feel very fortunate to get personal time and instructions from Gurudev. Even the last month, we feel very much indebted to Pundachand Prabhuji and ICNJ, without which we would never have got this chance. Requesting for all your mercy for us to always follow Gurudev's instructions and serve ISKCON and devotees without an offense. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Jai Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, we can hear.
Across the screen. Akhilesh Krishna Prabhu, can you please share your realization? And we have few more devotees. If we can please keep it short. Thank you so much.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Charu Swami Nitinam Snigdha Chet Supranit Vagminam Chara Sapluptam Prabhupada Gat Prana Naumi Bhakti Charu Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami. As we all are feeling, it's a big vacuum which is created. And Gurudev is physically no more there, but with his instructions and Vani, he'll always be present among us. With his love, the personal connection he shared with all of us, he'll always be there with us. My Gurudev was epitome of Vaishnava Sadachar. I remember so many instances where he showed example. For example, once I had very menial service of delivering some prasadam to New York. And I was driving and he personally called on my cell. There's no need. And even before that, before I was leaving, he asked me to come sit with him and have honor prasadam. There's another time when I had to bring some package for D-Land from India. And I was in India and I took shower, I was doing my Gayatri, and just when I finished, he called me. For such services, there's no need for him to call my cell and express his thank, but he was showing how a Vaishnava should behave. When Uddhava asked Lord Krishna that please tell me how one can achieve the loving service unto you, Krishna says that to achieve the loving service, one has to surrender to Acharya. And Prabhupada explains who is Acharya? Acharya is the supreme personality of servitor Godhead. The bona fide spiritual master always engages in unalloyed devotional service. He is the servitor Godhead. And my Gurudev was epitome of that. He engaged his entire life serving Srila Prabhupada and showed how to serve Supreme Personality of Godhead. He'll always lament that he joined ISKCON very late at the age of 32. But as His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj was saying, within a span of 4 months, he received his first, second, and sannyas initiation. That's unparalleled in history of ISKCON. He translated Prabhupada's books. He puts his life and soul into creating Acharya TV series, which is the life history of Srila Prabhupada. His book, Ocean of Mercy, is full of mellows of Srila Prabhupada. He'll always glorify Srila Prabhupada before singing Tau Kathamritam, and he'll say that how Tau Kathamritam is actually talking about Srila Prabhupada. Whenever he'll give initiation, he'll always ask devotees to take the 5th vow, never to leave ISKCON. And then only he'll say that, okay, I'll accept you on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. I always felt that Guru Maharaj has so many disciples and I'm such an insignificant servant not doing any seva. He doesn't remember me. And time and again he'll prove me wrong. He was in my heart. He knew my heart. For example, when he was such a fool, when he was giving me initiation, I was thinking about what fancy name I'll get. And when I went and offered my Guru Dakshina after begging to his room, he said that without any mention of it, he said, I purposely didn't change your name. Srila Prabhupada further explains that spiritual master is Ashraya Vigraha, or the form of the Lord whom one must take shelter of. I thank Gurudev for giving Ashraya and accepting me at his lotus feet. I thank all the Vaishnavas present here, starting with Dattatreya Prabhu, at whose house first time Guru Maharaj spoke with us. I thank Punchand Prabhuji for opening his doors, always encouraging us, engaging us in the services of Guru Maharaj, giving his association. I thank Madhupati Prabhu, Jayaprakash Prabhu, Devakinandan Prabhuji, Krishnamanan Prabhu for encouraging us, engaging us, giving us direction, and guiding us towards our Gurudev. We are eternally indebted to this Sangha who has come forward and helped us in difficult time, personally calling, making sure that we are doing okay, delivering prasadam. At this difficult time, the only instruction which is resonating in my heart and mind from Guru Maharaj is, he always said that become a very good devotee. I don't know how, but I'll beg at your lotus feet to give me wisdom, courage, sincerity, that I can try to become a good devotee. I can try to read Srila Prabhupada books, can try to be sincere in my sadhana. Time is constraint. I'd like to stop here. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki Jai.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you so much, Akhilesh Krishna Prabhu, for sharing your heart. At this time, we would like to request Bonke Bihari Prabhu, who is my very dear friend on Tobacco Temple and very senior Vaishnava. Bonke Bihari Prabhu, mic is yours. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Dandavat.
Dandavat. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swamine Iti Namine Snigdha Cheta Supraneta Bhagminam Charasaplutam Prabhupad Gata Pranam Namami Bhakti Charu Padam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desha Tarine. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki Jai. So I was just jogging my memory to late 80s where I had first darshan of Maharaj at Tobacco Temple. I remember during that time, the Maharaj sent two devotees from Mayapur. If I remember it correctly, the Arjuna Prabhu and Radha Madhav Prabhu. First time they arrived, and after a week or so, Maharaj also visited Tobacco. And as usual, like Maharaj used to be getting up early morning and, for Mangala Arti, and after Mangala Arti and before Shringar Arti, he would catch up with some of his pending work. And during that time, the computers was kind of like a new thing, and everyone was exploring on the computers. So Maharaj was so humble, and one day he just asked me, saying that, if I can help in typing some of his letters. And he explained that is there a way whereby he doesn't have to type again and again? In other words, Maharaj was trying to tell me that, he has put certain things earlier. He just wants to copy and paste it. So, and at the temple during that time, like I was the only one who was kind of more familiar with the computers. So there was the Arjun Prabhu and Radha Madhav Prabhu. They requested that Maharaj be engage me for writing his mails or his letters. So when Maharaj was dictating and I was kind of like trying to put that in the I was typing it. So some of the things like I would use the cut short things like copy and paste. Maharaj saw that, like how I was doing, and he said like, can I try that? And guess what? Like Maharaj liked that, and he was very, very appreciative. He was so humble. He would never hesitate to ask anybody, and uh, he would appreciate like whatever was done, and however he was benefited. So during that time, like I remember after the Shringar Arti, I would go. We used to be at Tobacco Temple, and I would go to get my breakfast. And one day I saw that Maharaj was in the kitchen, and he was making the pancakes. Um, he was so much of attention to details that when he made the plate for the lordship, he made sure along with the pancake, he would have the syrup, um, and the fruits, and he decorated the plate in such a nice way that was really, really presentable. And that shows saying that how much Maharaj was having that love to make the plates, and to feed the lordship as well as to the devotees. And later on, like he taught me that um, how to consume the pancake along with the syrup and the juices. He was a great care he used to take care of all the devotees along with the disciples. I remember once we planned to visit Mayapur, and Maharaj, when he came to know that we are heading towards Mayapur, uh, he made full arrangement to pick us from the airport and take us to the Mayapur temple. During that time, the Mayapur was not that developed, and there it was all kind of like in the process of development. But the devotee who was taking care of us, he made sure the full comfort of us while we were at the Mayapur. He would take us to various pilgrimage places. He would make sure that we do not have any kind of difficulties while we are at the dham. And it was very peaceful, and Maharaj took like complete care of us very nicely. The another thing came into my mind is once Maharaj was, of course, I was staying at the Tobacco temple, but later on, like I moved out at Persephone, and then it happens to be that Maharaj was once visiting the New Jersey Tobacco temple, and he visited at Persephone to bless us. So Maharaj was so humble, he would explain the philosophy in a very nice way. So when he visited the Persephone home, at that time, like we were in the process of getting settled. The things were kind of like here and there, but Maharaj's attention got caught to one of the picture which was hanging in the room, and that picture was of Satyanarayan Bhagwan. So Maharaj just simply asked, saying that, "Oh, what is this picture of?" And we said like, "Oh, this is the Satyanarayan picture." And Maharaj said that, "Oh, very nice. But is there any reference in Srimad Bhagavatam of this?" And we were kind of speechless. And later on, Maharaj explained, and he made us very clear that who is the supreme personality, and who are the Devi Devtas, the demigods. Over a period of time, once Maharaj, my family was meeting with Maharaj, and during that time, Keshav was small. Keshav, my son, he was small, and he was kind of like very chanchal. So when we were sitting over there, Maharaj asked Keshav, saying that, "What are your daily routines?" And Keshav, he simply said that I love to swim. And Maharaj said saying that, oh, even I love to swim too. So he asked Keshav that, can you take me for swimming? And Keshav would remind all the time saying that, let's take Maharaj for swimming. And Maharaj agreed, and I would take Maharaj and Keshav for swimming. So that was one of the quality that Maharaj was not only dear to the older generation, but even to the kids. And that was the turning point for even for Keshav, that he was attracted, and all the time he would ask him that when Maharaj is coming, when Maharaj is coming. So I would say that, even though Maharaj is physically not with us, but he is still with us in his Vani and Kirtan. His hands are still in process of building worship places. His words are still preaching. His legs are still going towards to spread Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada's mission. His smile and love is still attracting devotees. His eyes are still taking darshan of the Lordship. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you so much, Mankiveri Prabhu, for sharing long cherished memories from last 25 years. I'm checking if His Holiness Chaitanya Swami Maharaj is online. In the meantime, we can request my worshipable devotee friend Mahesh Pandit Prabhuji to share his very, very senior Vaishnava from our Tobacco Temple and disciple of His Holiness Swami Maharaj. His whole family has surrendered to Srila Prabhupada missions for last 30 years. Mahesh Pandit Prabhuji, please go ahead. Share your heart with us.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhuvyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Devkinanda Prabhu, giving me the opportunity to speak something about Maharaj. And it's so nice to be among with ICNJ devotees, especially Madhupati Prabhu, Devkinanda Tayatara Prabhu. Bhagya Bihari, you gave a nice class. That was so nice that you shared all the pastime you had with Maharaj, especially with Keshav. And one can imagine how Maharaj was careful with even devotees and devotees' sons. And that put seed in their heart, Keshav's heart. And look how Keshav became. So these are some of qualities that we see in Maharaj. The first time I met Maharaj was back in 1985, a long time ago. And at that time, Tuako is like a small center. And Vishnu Gada Prabhu was there as a president. And one day he said something that, oh, somebody has to go to airport, and some sannyasi is coming to pick him up. And nobody was there. So he asked me that if I can go. And so I went along with Nimesh, that's the son of Vrindavan Chandra Prabhu. So Nimesh and I went to take Maharaj from the airport, that was Newark Airport. And I didn't know who Maharaj was there and which Maharaj was coming. Well, maybe Vishnu Gada told me the name, but I don't remember. But so we went and get Maharaj. So as soon as he came out, I saw Maharaj, and there was some effect that I had first time. And I felt really a place for him in my heart. And that was the first time that I met Maharaj. And then over the period from 85 to 1996, I for some reason I engaged. My wife wasn't ready for initiation because she is, and that's Kasturi Manjari. So actually, I didn't want to take initiation without her, so I waited for her about 11 years. So then Maharaj Mercy, and one day she said she's ready for taking shelter of Guru Maharaj. So I wrote Maharaj a letter, and Maharaj said, okay, next time when I come, I'll give you initiation. So in 1996, we got initiated and got blessing from Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And we had so many personal association with Maharaj, because at that time there were not too many disciples at that time. So we took advantage of that. They always came my house, and Maharaj was doing Abhay Sharan series. So we worked very hard on that project. And some devotees stayed at my place, and some devotees stayed at Samakushi's house. Samakushi, that Dr. Mahajan, and he helped us so much in Prabhupada, the Abhay Charan series. And then every day we used to go to New York together and do the shooting with Maharaj. Maharaj was worked so much in the making of Abhay Charan series. He was so careful and very very precise. And so these are the qualities that I wanted to express to all the devotees. And very calm, very sophisticated, not in a way, but naturally. And the Vaishnava etiquette, he was always making sure the Vaishnava etiquettes are there. And he also gave so many classes on Vaishnava etiquette. And although Maharaj is not with us, but he will be always with us in his Vani and in his Abhay Charan series and all the videos and so in the books, right? So it's just happened, this thing, and we are all grieving for that. But he'll be always with us. And Maharaj has did so much service to Srila Prabhupada. Just like I was saying about Abhay Charan series, Prabhupada was known. After that, Prabhupada was known all over the world. Then Ujjain temple. That's right, Ujjain temple. He built it in a very short time, and you know how glorious Ujjain temple is. Then he also was an instrument getting back our Brooklyn temple in Brooklyn, New York, and Maharaj had a big role in that, and he was fearless, you know. So once you have Krishna and your consciousness is Krishna consciousness, you will always become fearless and bold. I also want to thank Madhuvati Prabhu for his achievement in opening the ICNJ temple. Also, Madhupati was so smart that he made sure his parents get the mercy also. So he made his parents disciple of Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And I give him a lot of credit for that. So let's see what else I have. Abhay Charan, and one important instruction that is always in our heart, that all Prabhupada disciples, that never is gone, and never leave is gone, and always stay at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. And I thank you very much for giving me a chance to glorify Guru Maharaj, and I thank you all the devotees getting together like this and thinking about him. So thank you very much, Devkinandan Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Haribo, Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you.
Madhuvati Prabhu, do we have His Holiness Swami Maharaj online?
See, Maharaj kind of mentioned that he's 5 minutes late, so he should be joining any time now. Can probably have Raj Gopal Prabhu where he left.
Rajpal Prabhu, please, if you're still connected, I see you're still connected. Please unmute yourself and share your heart with all of us.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Tinamini Snigdha Cheta Sukraneta Bhaktinam Charitam Prabhupada Kadaprana No Bhakti Charu Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desakarani. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Devkinandan Prabhu, and thank you, Madhupati Prabhu. I would really want to thank the ICNJ senior devotees and the congregation for taking care of us in such intense and such tough times that we were going through. This is the first time I got to taste the love and care of the congregation, and especially in these tough times. And I really thank one and all for caring for us and checking on us, and to make sure that you can support us in any way or form. And I really thank from the bottom of my heart. I didn't know where to. I really don't know where to start. I'll probably start with how it all happened yesterday, or as I think as we were looking at Guru Maharaj's update on a regular basis, I was in touch with some of my doctor friends and trying to understand what this means. From maybe more doctors would have more insight into it. And I could see that I was just hoping that things will get better, but the practical side of me didn't want to hear or see this kind of news. It is not something I could not, even this morning, I could not still wrap in my head and connect Guru Maharaj, funeral and last rites in the same sentence. It was something that was very difficult for me to comprehend, especially since we met Guru Maharaj little less than over a month with his personal association. and it just I still don't feel that he's, I don't still feel that that's true. Maybe I think it will take more time to get in terms with it. With that said, yesterday there was a lot of grief, pain, sadness, confusion. Again, there were moments of intense thankfulness and his association, pain, and there were spurts of intense crying, thinking of Guru Maharaj and remembering or reminiscent of all the memories that we shared with him, and just the fact that we won't have those memories or we won't be able to make those new memories in physical connection in the future is something that I couldn't tolerate that. And there were spurts of times or windows where there was calm and losing myself in immersed in thoughts and Guru Maharaj especially. There were so many calls, and again that helped. But I think there was a lot of realizations yesterday. I think there was a lot of evolving realizations as time passed by. This morning when I was watching the live of Guru Maharaj last rites, it started with intense pain and extreme like uncontrollable crying. But one thing I started noticing is, I think Purnachandra Prabhu mentioned, his effulgent face. I cannot, when I think the camera showed Maharaj's face up close, it was extremely radiant. For my eyes, it was extremely radiant. Then I started thinking, oh, it is not a day of sadness. There are some, maybe I did not have spiritual eyes, but I could definitely relate to something that there are definitely some higher spiritual beings present in that among that place. I mean, there's no wonder Guru Maharaj seemed so effulgent, radiant, and he didn't appear that he was actually he left his body. So I could not relate to that. But on that note, now I see that it is glorious. I think especially a Vaishnava, I've been reading, but I could not connect. But today, somewhat is sinking in the fact that, oh, it's probably glorious because Guru Maharaj is happy, and especially a Vaishnava leaving, they leave for higher beings, especially in this Guru Maharaj beings leading a life for Srila Prabhupada is probably going to Srila Prabhupada and close to Lord Krishna. So yeah, I mean, I don't look at it as sad day. In years to come, I can only relate to the fact that his appearance and disappearance day will be remembered in a very glorious way. So I can take some strength from that, and I started to say that that's something that need to come in terms with. But again, having said that, his physical not having his physical presence is something irreparable, and that pain will continue to, at least I will continue to have. But one positive thing, maybe I've taken Guru Maharaj for granted, thinking I'll always have association, I'll get to see him, I'll meet him, there'll be a retreat, I'll go to him. And I don't think I'm qualified, but Guru Maharaj was so kind, and it only reflects his causeless mercy and his kindness that he allowed me to travel with him in US for about a week and be his assistant. In that span of 1 week, I had immense number of experiences, and I got to see him not only as Guru, as a father figure. A love that is beyond my, I mean, that's when I think, again, as I said, I was not qualified, but he let me enter into, to be his close association. And even last time when I met in Purnachandra Prabhu's place on June 6th, he asked this question, and I'll miss him calling me the way he calls me, Rajagopal, when are you going to be traveling with me again? I didn't know I really didn't know what he was trying to mean, but I hope and pray that I'll be able to understand what that is. But having said that, one thing I'll mention, a couple of things I think a lot of devotees have mentioned, but I still want to mention because that's so close to my heart. It's by the mercy of all ICNJ devotees, Charu, Shrindan Prabhu, Punishindra Prabhu, Dattatreya Prabhu, Madhupati Prabhu, and and also great help in terms of how to be a Vaishnava from Devakindan Prabhu and Krishnaman Prabhu and so many other senior devotees. Maybe their mercy helped me to get closer to Guru Maharaj. Otherwise, I'm not qualified on my own. I don't think I'm nowhere close. Every time when I used to interact with Guru Maharaj, I was amazed, not just me, but everyone else. It was so personal, and he remembered the last conversation he had with each of the devotees, because next time he meets the devotee, he used to continue the conversation from where he left off. That cannot be, I think that's the way, that's the nature Guru Maharaj is. It cannot be, you cannot otherwise do that. It is just the way Guru Maharaj is. The care and the love that he has, unlimited love that he has for everyone. I cannot comprehend how that is even possible, because maybe my mind is very limited. One of the things I was listening to, trying to comfort myself from morning, His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj mentioned something, saying Guru Maharaj was externally and internally very beautiful. He was very beautiful externally, and internally he was beautiful. And he was also making everyone beautiful who got in touch with him. That's the beauty of Guru Maharaj. I was extremely awkward, but I know that he is actually touched my heart deeper. Otherwise, there's no beauty. If at all, if there is, it's only his mercy. Another thing that I would mention from what His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj mentioned this morning. I think a devotee asked, there was a question and answer session was going on in the morning with His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj. It was very insightful. And one devotee asked him if His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj would come back into the material world after this departure. So, I mean, one thing Jayadvaita Maharaj mentioned is pure devotees only come back to take back their disciples back to Godhead. That's the only reason. Otherwise, they don't have any reason to come back. They're not coming. Now they're bound. But out of their causeless mercy, they come back just to pull other devotees from this material pain and grief back to Godhead. But one thing he also mentioned, which I want to relate to, that I do not want to be the reason for Guru Maharaj to come back. And I hope and pray that I will be able to live his instruction and get his association more, so that I can follow his guideline and I don't be the reason for him to come back in here. With that, I pray and seek seek blessings of all Vaishnavas here, that I be able to follow in that footsteps and follow in the guidelines and instructions of my beloved Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Rajgopal Prabhu, for sharing your beautiful heart. We have His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj with us now on the line, and we would like to request Maharaj to share with us, comfort us, that how we can we can see this painful, there is intense pain in the hearts of many of us, disciples, followers, Maharaj, God brothers, God family, the whole ISKCON world. And I was meditating yesterday that this intense pain is there because Maharaj's love was very intense for all of us. He really loved us from the bottom of his heart. And now when we envision that he will not be there physically with our conditioned mind and senses, then we feel that pain. So Maharaj, please share with us your Krishna conscious wisdom. You're the most senior Srila Prabhupada disciples we have amongst us. We're so fortunate. Please go ahead, Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kodamayam Tadati Shapadatika Vansha Kolpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindho Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. And Dattatreya Prabhu, I see that you're there. I'd been thinking of you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. It's natural that we'll feel intense pain when His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj spoke this morning, our time, at a meeting in South Africa. And he recalled that in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Ramananda Roy is talking with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking questions. And what's the greatest pain? What's the greatest suffering? And Ramananda Roy replied that separation from a Vaishnava. Separation, nothing is more painful than separation from a Vaishnava. So this is natural. We can't, and it's unavoidable also. Because we're in this material world, the separation is inevitable. And of course, on the material platform, the parents get separated from the children, the husband gets separated from the wife, everyone gets separated from everyone, and then everyone laments. But that's on the material, that's on the platform of the body. So the relationship was illusory, and the separation is permanent. But on the spiritual platform, the relationship is real and the separation is illusory. The separation is only apparent. Illusory in this sense that the connection on the spiritual platform is always available. On the physical platform, sometimes there's meeting, sometimes there's separation. But on the spiritual platform, there's always association as long as we wish to have it. That association is by remembrance, by fidelity, by service. The Bhakti Charu was several times related to me, and I think he must I'm sure he's said it to others, that one time he said to Srila Prabhupada in his usual loving mood, he didn't say that, but I would say that Srila Prabhupada, I wish I could have been with you to serve you in those early days in New York when you were all alone. And Prabhupada said, I was never alone. My Guru Maharaj was always with me. Because Srila Prabhupada was there on the order of his Guru Maharaj, carrying out the instructions of his Guru Maharaj, remembering his Guru Maharaj, serving his Guru Maharaj. One time, some book written by one of Srila Prabhupada's godbrothers came into Prabhupada's hands. And the godbrother wrote that when my Guru Maharaj left this world, I lost the light of my life. And then he related how he did this and he did that and family life and his, whatever his business was. And now, in my old age, I'm writing this book. And Prabhupada said very forcefully, he should have served Guru Maharaj. I lost the light of my life. But when we serve Guru Maharaj, then that light is not lost. Then the eternal association is fixed. Otherwise, we can even be in the presence of Guru Maharaj and be lost. If we're neglecting his instructions, if we're, neglecting, forgetting, then that's a different thing. Then the connection is thin. But when we remember his instructions, even Srila Prabhupada said that there were so many of his godbrothers who spent so much time with Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They were living at the Mat, they were always getting his association. And Prabhupada only got a little bit. Once at Radha Kund, when, of course, their first meeting at Ultadanga, and then at Radha Kund when there was some discussion, and some other occasions, but not really a lot compared to godbrothers who were there all the time. There's hardly much association at all. But because Srila Prabhupada made the instructions of his Guru Maharaj his life and soul, that association was always there between Srila Prabhupada and his Guru Maharaj by service. One time, Srila Prabhupada was going to be at the Ratha Yatra in New York, in San Francisco, which was the Ratha Yatra in America then. Los Angeles hadn't started, New York hadn't started. And so the press workers who were in Boston at that time, the ISKCON Press, forerunner of the BBT, we got the idea that we would jump in a van and drive across the country day and night, and we'd reach San Francisco in 3 days, and then we could all have the association of Srila Prabhupada at the Grand Jagannath Rath Yatra. And because even a moment's association of a devotee, a pure devotee, is so valuable. So we would drive out there 3 days, turn around and come back another 3 days, and we would then be right back at our posts. And Srila Prabhupada heard about it, and he said, what do they want to do that for? He said they should stay and do their service. So that's the real connection. The connection is by physical presence is valuable, is relishable, is so wonderful. But the connection by service is the, in one sense, the deeper connection. And that's the connection that's eternally available to us. So for the disciples, especially of Bhakti Charu Maharaj, these are painful days. It must be. These are painful days. That's how they are, as Arjuna was feeling. But now my heart is vacant. And we're allowed to feel that way. It's not, we know the philosophy. We know that he's eternally existing. We know that we're eternally connected. But still, it's natural for us to feel overwhelmed, to feel intense grief, to lament. But after some days, we get on with our business, our real business. Of course, we get on with the other things that we have to do, big and small, whatever it is, of our ordinary affairs. But with, I hope, an even stronger determination that in Guru Maharaj's physical absence, we have to serve Guru Maharaj. The connection of the inhabitants of Vrindavan with Krishna is so loving, so strong. All the inhabitants of Vrindavan, Yashoda Mai, the gopis, the cowherd boys, they're going out with Krishna to the pasturing grounds. They're dancing with Krishna. They're absorbed in thinking of Krishna. But when Krishna leaves, then their attachment to Krishna, their love for Krishna intensifies. It doesn't grow weaker. It's not that now Krishna's left Vrindavan. Well, gopis, Krishna boys say, well, we'll find some other friends. Gopis say, we'll find another boy. Their attachment to Krishna just increases like anything. That's the nature of separation. And therefore, Sanatana Goswami says in regard to Krishna that separation is even more relishable than meeting. It's not that separation makes meeting more relishable. As they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So then after an absence, naturally, the meeting becomes more relishable. But actually the separation itself, the association that we get in the absence of the person we love is stronger. The love is more intense. So that opportunity is there for us to think that now in Guru Maharaj's physical absence, things are in our hands. He's given us the instructions. He's told us what to do. He's given us the blueprint for our life. So we have to, if we want to have his company now, then we have to take those instructions to heart. And when those instructions are taken to heart, when those instructions are our life and soul, then he's always with us. Then he's always with us by service. By that spirit of dedicated service, he's always with us. So Bhakti Charu Maharaj showed that by his own example. He was always fixed in Prabhupada's service, always focused on Prabhupada's service, always enthusiastic in Prabhupada's service, always happy in Prabhupada's service, always thinking about Prabhupada's service, always keen to serve Srila Prabhupada's servants, to associate with others who were serving Prabhupada, to serve Prabhupada's society, because Prabhupada had invested so much energy in creating and nurturing a society. So Maharaj used to get his disciples to promise that I'll chant 16 rounds, I'll follow 4 regular principles, and I'll never leave ISKCON. Why never leave ISKCON? That's like a political, no. Because ISKCON, Prabhupada is Prabhupada's society. Because Srila Prabhupada established it, because Prabhupada invested his energy, his so much in ISKCON, made it his vehicle for spreading the Krishna consciousness movement. So if we're serving Srila Prabhupada, then we serve his society also. So that was Maharaj's vision, that Tadiyana, just as we're serving Tulsi, why are we serving Tulsi? She's a plant. Are we plant worshippers? Are we fools that we just worship a plant? Are we? But because that plant is dear to Krishna, so then we'll serve that plant. We'll serve the plant. If whatever is dear to Krishna, and whoever is dear to Krishna. So because Srila Prabhupada gave so much energy to creating this society, and so much, and using it as a vehicle for his mission, for distributing books, for bringing people to devotional service, for engaging people in Krishna's service, for serving the deity, for glorifying Krishna, for spreading Krishna Kirtan, because Prabhupada had made that his mission. So Bhakti Charu Maharaj made that his mission. Not only, he's naturally inclined to do these things, to chant, to dance, to serve, but because Prabhupada had made ISKCON the vehicle for all of these things, knowing Srila Prabhupada's heart, Bhakti Charu Maharaj dedicated his heart to that purpose. Guru Mukha Padma Bhakya, Chitete Kuriyaikya, Arna Kuriya Maniyasha. No separate agenda, no separate aspiration. What my Guru Maharaj wanted, let me do. Guru Mukha Padma Bhakya, Chitete Kuriyaikya. His divine words should be the life of my heart. Arna Kuriya Maniyasha. No other agenda, no other aspiration. Let me serve Guru Maharaj forever, and that will be my perfection. So let us take that to heart, following in the footsteps of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for Maharaj for comforting our hearts by sharing this Krishna conscious wisdom of Guru Seva, Srila Prabhupada Seva, serving them. We also request devotees to please ask any question to Maharaj at this time. If anybody has a question, please unmute yourself or you can ask question.
There may not be a lot of questions today. I know that our hearts are heavy.
Yes.
So one other thought, though, that I give is that the holy name is there to give us comfort. We can remember how Bhakti Charu Maharaj sang the holy name of Krishna so sweetly, with such love and devotion and enthusiasm. And Krishna Kirtan is our solace, our shelter. The Abhinatan Nama Namima. There's no difference between Krishna and Krishna's name. We say all glory to Sri Guru and Gauranga, the spiritual master, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu and the holy name of the Lord. All of these are together. When we chant Hare Krishna, naturally we'll remember him. When we chant, when we hear Krishna Kirtan, sometimes we'll want philosophy, we'll want to discuss Krishna Katha. And sometimes if we just chant Hare Krishna, then Krishna is there in transcendental sound. And where Krishna is there, the spiritual master is there. Where the spiritual master is there, Krishna is there. We just have to go on chanting the holy name of Krishna. What is that? Yes. Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Shanivas. To stay in the association of devotees and serve the acharyas. Janame Janame More Vapilash. Serve the acharyas mean we serve our acharya, and through him we'll serve all the acharyas. We'll serve Srila Prabhupada, we'll serve the whole line, all the way back to Krishna. Shall we stop here?
Madhuri Prabhu, are you fine? Would you like to share something?
No, I think at this point, if devotees don't have questions, we can continue the memory session tomorrow from 7 to 9. And then on Tuesday, 7th, we are going to have in the afternoon, after Rajbhog, Arti, we will have Puspanjali, and also there'll be offering done to Bhakti Charu Maharaj at the temple. And then in the evening, we will request all devotees to come. We'll have packed boxes where you can take prasadam with you. Also, the disciples of Bhakti Charu Maharaj have also requested, they want to serve in this way to distribute, offer prasad to the spiritual master and then distribute it to Vaishnavas. So we will request all of you to come on Tuesday, or send somebody to, we can bring those boxes to you of prasad.
Do you want to end this meeting with a little kirtan?
That will be good. Yeah.
With masks and 6 feet distance, right?
Yeah. That will follow that. Dekan Babu. Yes, line up somebody for Kirtan or
Let me check. Yeah, Shafi Mataji, you are online. Can you please
Sukumari Mataji can also chant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Somebody can start doing the Kirtan.
Sukumari Mataji, are you available? You can unmute yourself and please chant Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare Krishna. Namo Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Aminiti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunavadi Pashchatu Desho Tarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Bhakti Charu Swami Gurudeva, Jaya Bhakti Charu Swami Gurudeva, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj
Ki Jai.
All
Thank
the
you so
assembled devotees ki jai.
Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Thank you so much. And we also beg forgiveness at the lotus feet of many of other devotees. There are many, many other devotees who would wanted to glorify Maharaj. We did not get chance. Time was limited. We wish we could expand, but tomorrow we will have ample opportunity again from 7 to 9 to have a memorial memories of His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj, his love and affection and care he shared with all of us in such a beautiful devotional way that we will never forget. It's at our hearts. But I was mentioning the other day how when Mother Sita asked Lord Ram, what pains you the most? Lord Ramchandra said, when my devotees are in pain, that's the most painful situation for me. So it's not only we are in pain. I'm thinking, I'm concocting in my own mind that Krishna is also in some way seeing all of us in pain. We will continue tomorrow. Thank you so much. His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. International Society for Krishna Consciousness ki jai.
Jai.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.